In this video, you're going to see me ride my Triumph, get this book stamped 3 times, drink lots of coffee, eat lots of cake, and potentially offer you a free drink if you see me. More in this video. So I actually really enjoyed this ride out. I overtake quite a lot now, which is something I'd never really used to do. And I put it down to the exhaust and then also for the tune. The power's instantly there when I need it, which is what I didn't have before. So yeah, the exhaust and the tune leaps and bounds where my bike was before. So you've joined me here at Monkey Pot Cafe, and I've got my first stamp in my Bike Brew Passport. This is one of the local spots for me, and one of the reasons why I did this was not only to contribute to a good cause, but also to start supporting some of the local businesses around me, and some of those a bit further afield. I'm not really too sure on where the bike cafes are and everything, so this book is going to help me out absolutely massively, and the community as well on Facebook and everything seem like they're a good bunch. So hopefully I can meet some like-minded people and bring you some content. So as you can see, it's extremely busy. That's predominantly down to the biker of Atlantis on a group ride. I had a quick chat with him and his partner. Yeah, they seem great. They have got a YouTube channel, so if you don't know who they are, you can go check them out after you've got to the end of this one. But before we go off to the third and final cafe, I just want to do a quick break and tell you something really, really interesting. LiteLok are giving you all £10 off if you use a link below and purchase something from their site. I've been using LiteLok since, well, I want to say forever, but since I've been riding a bike, and it's the only lock that I will ever use on my bike. This isn't sponsored, but when I was looking for a lock, this came up with such good reviews, and you can check all these out. People going out these angle grinders and all that kind of stuff. This is only the LiteLok 1, and it's held up for several years now. I had this when I had my 125, and then I had it on the Bonneville, and you actually saw me lend this to Chris on the Cotswold video with Freddie and Joe and all those lot when we went down to the Cotswolds for Joe's birthday. So I always carry this with me. Yeah, I have one if you want to.
Oh, you brought yours with you?
I've got mine with me.
Oh.
Yeah, do you need it?
Only because mine hasn't got any security.
Yeah, of course you can. Get on with this in Yorkshire. I take that everywhere with me, even if I go to like...
What, the lock?
Yeah, everywhere. And yeah, why not go get £10 off using the link below? thank you. I've been craving one of these since last week, and I've had a lot of cake and coffee today, so why not top it off with some more sugar? Yeah, I'm going to have this and I'm going to enjoy it, and then I'll check back in a sec. So you've joined me here at the Motorist. This is my third stamp in the book, and I came here because Steve was busy and had to go somewhere else. So I didn't film much there because I've caught with Steve face to face, obviously today. That was the table, not me. We talk a lot on the phone and through text and all that kind of stuff. I think, guys, or at least my kind of friends, are really, really bad at saying actually how we feel. And it wasn't like a therapy session, but it was good just to see him face to face and just talk about what's kind of going on in his life, what's going on in my life, and just have that one-on-one conversation. And it was really nice. It's a nice environment, obviously, being in like the bike community. And that's one of the reasons why I think this is such a good idea. And again, I'm not sponsored or anything like that with this, but I got this initially because I didn't know where the bike cafes were, which I said earlier when I was at the Monkey Pot. And even though it's a Bike Brew Passport, I almost feel like this is a bit of a Bible, at least to me, because if I always ride on my own, or predominantly ride on my own, and it does get a bit lonely sometimes, a little bit boring. And people I have met through the channel and that kind of stuff have come up to me and kind of really instigated that initial conversation. I feel like I need to do a bit more of that and be less of a person that will come in, stop somewhere, film a bit of content, grab something to eat, then leave. I really just want to enjoy myself for those times when I do get out. And when you see places like this that are absolutely stunning, and it's not quite off the beaten track, but hopefully I can find some of those in this one. And just do the random acts of kindness. Paying drinks forward. I bought a drink here, if whoever comes in, so hopefully it's not a group. Just little things like that, just random stuff. Everyone's been so good and kind to me. I kind of need to give something back. So, yeah, initially this was let's do 100 cafes in 100 days and see what goes on, and it contributes to a good cause. It's just not going to happen at this time in my life. One of the reasons for that is because I am a husband, I'm a father, and yeah, even when the sun's out, I can't be out riding the bike every single time. I do need to spend some time with my family and work full time. YouTube is just a hobby and something that I do enjoy doing. So as long as you all keep commenting and liking the videos, then I'll keep making them. But I definitely just want to take my time and just live life a little bit now and just live for the moment. Definitely riding a lot more with a lot more confidence now with the exhaust and the tune that I did. It could just be a placebo effect, but I definitely feel like I've got a lot more control and power within the bike, which for me just ticks an awful lot of boxes. The other thing for me is I just want to get out on the bike more, and this book is definitely going to help me do that. And also if I'm visiting cafes that are, again, going to contribute to a good cause and meet people, like-minded people, this ticks a lot of boxes for me. And if I can meet some of you that want to go on more group rides and things, then I'm all for that. Again, riding with Steve, we're both in the kind of same mindset of, we like our riding, we like a coffee and a cake, so it all kind of makes sense, really. And there's no, racing or anything like that. We just, potter along on our little Triumphs and just have a nice ride at our own pace. So it's all good. So I've got 3 stamps in the book. If you can see these next few pages, that's where I'm going to be heading next. So Strawberry Fields, Seaways at Friday Thorpe, the Hallborough Motorcycle, and then Whalley Cross Gates Cafe. So what have we got there? York, Friday Thorpe and Driffield, Bridlington, Driffield. There's another one down in Withersea, so the Castle Cafe and Zumba Cafe. Basically, I want to do a loop. Have a full day out, get the green light from the family that I can take my bike out for the day and just do a big loop, stop at as many cafes as I possibly can.
and again, talk to as many people as I possibly can, or at least pay something forward for somebody. So if you are around one of them spots over the next few weeks, it will be probably a Saturday over a Sunday. So if you're there on a Saturday, you look out for the bike, look out for me, and I'll buy you a drink if you're the first person to introduce yourself. How about that? Yeah. If you see me around and I haven't bought a drink for anyone else previously, just give me a shout and I'll buy you one. And the only caveat is you need to have one of these. So with that being said, it's time to pack up, head home, because I've been out for quite a while now. And I'm going to tackle those sparks on my bike because the bike, I think, looks really, really clean. The wheels look atrocious. So I'm going to tackle those at some point of the weekend, not today. Go back and spend a bit of family time. But hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. And there's a lot more riding footage. Apologies for the Insta360, or the lack of riding footage from the last video where I did install the exhaust. And yeah, again, complete game changer. The bike itself rides perfect. I believe sounds so much better. And I think I've finally got the bike now at the place where I'm really, really happy with it. So let me know in the comments if you think there's anything else that might need changing. But probably I'm going to look into a different seat, because I think the OEM seat is my only thing I think I want to change. The initial idea was that I would do 100 cafes in 100 days, but that's just ridiculous for where I am in my life right now. So what I am planning to do instead is actually go into these cafes, every now and again paying something forward for the next rider behind me. And if you do see me around and I'm on my own, which is 90% of the time, come and say hello. Let's sit down, let's have a brew and a chat. Ask me anything. I'll ask you anything. And yeah, if you want to get anything off your chest, I'm here for you. So thanks very much everyone for watching. I'm now going to head home, and I will see you all in the next one.